Good morning. This is the internet's favorite attorney, Matt Lopez. If you're new to my channel, I own the largest criminal defense law firm in the state of Arizona. We have 11 attorneys and we solely focus on criminal defense and DUI cases. It was a very sad Sunday in the news, in the national news and the international news. Rob Reiner and his wife were killed allegedly by their son. There was a shooting at Brown University in the United States, and then also there was this shooting in Australia, in a Sydney Beach, Bendy Beach, in Australia, and all three involving weapons. Two were guns, one was a knife, with Rob Reiner and his wife being stabbed to death. So absolutely horrible, tragic incidents. The violence is awful. Obviously, I don't have to say that. It's terrible. And my heart goes out to all the victims and all the victims' families. As the internet's shown, and been some videos circulating in top stories about this hero. His name is Mr. Ahmed Al Ahmed over in Sydney. After this father and son, the father was 50 and the son was 24, opened fire on this beautiful celebration of Hanukkah, Jewish people celebrating Hanukkah, opened fire and killed 15 people killed, ages from 10 to 87 years old, 42 people hospitalized. It was a horrific shooting. I believe the police killed the 50-year-old father when they were apprehending him, and the 24-year-old son is being hospitalized due to his injuries. But this Ahmed Al Ahmed gentleman, he's a 43-year-old fruit shop owner. He saw the video that I watched. I wasn't there, of course, but the video that I watched, one of the assailants had a firearm, a rifle, and he was aiming it. The video I saw, I don't believe he was discharging. He was just aiming it at presumably a crowd of people. And this brave Mr. Ahmed snuck up behind him. He weaved between cars, hid between cars, and jumped up and grabbed the man, wrestled the rifle out of his hands, and then pointed the rifle at the man. I don't know if the man that he pointed the rifle at was the father or the son. I'm not sure. But Mr. Ahmed, extremely brave act. He saved a lot of lives. I've got a tremendous amount of pride in just the actions that you took. But as a criminal defense lawyer, I wanted to shoot this video to talk about self-defense of others and what that means. I'm not licensed in Australia. In America, we can only be licensed, or I guess you could be licensed in multiple states, but my license is only valid in the state of Arizona, where we've got pretty lenient gun laws. So I wanted to shoot this video on what it means for self-defense of others. So in Arizona only, you can defend other people if there's imminent threat of harm, and you can use reasonable force, including deadly force. So if a person is using deadly force to attack somebody, and a person comes up and he can, for instance, if a gun is being used, then to self-defense of others could mean a gun being used on the person committing the offense. And so as I'm watching this video, Mr. Ahmed Al Ahmed, brave, and I'm glad he did not shoot the perpetrator of this incident, because violence, it should never be met with violence. I don't agree with that. But if this happened in Arizona, he would have been well within his right to have shot him to defuse the situation and defend other people. Self-defense is very, very challenging technical defense in the law, but if used, it can be extremely effective. It's important that we are going to use this defense. We've got video like what we saw in this incident, and we've got witness statements, because if you just shoot somebody, it's going to be your word against them, and we have to have a lot of evidence to support our self-defense claim. So he would have been within his right by shooting this perpetrator if it happened in Arizona. I don't understand the laws. I don't know the laws in Australia. I think they're going to tighten them up, and I read that on NPR today as a result of this incident. It's a horrible event. If you have any questions about what self-defense means, and I know I get a lot of calls from the media outside of Arizona and in other countries, and they say, hey, we're very curious about the gun laws and gun rights in the state of Arizona or the United States. My family is from London, and so when we talk about gun violence that happens in America, it's sad, and it's It's confusing to people how we have such high violence or amount of violence as a result of guns, but we still have guns, illegal to possess guns. So I'd be happy to entertain whatever questions you have about guns, whatever questions you have about self-defense. Again, my heart goes out to the victims of this incident. My heart goes out to the Rob Reiner family. My heart goes out to the victims of the shooting over at Brown University. But I thank you for watching my video. And then if you have any questions, please leave those in the comments. Thank you.